Trade It Now with Charles Moon, stock strategist, Prosper Trading Academy. How are you approaching your example trade for this one, Charles? Good morning to you.
Good morning. Good morning. So partly passive, but still a very aggressive idea. One of the things that I'm really worried about AMD is that they're going to make a price action move very similar to Oracle, where Oracle had substantial gains overnight after earnings and really just started getting weak for, weeks upon weeks. So that's a little bit of a concern with AMD. However, the news is very different. OpenAI, everything that they've been touching has been pretty much golden. Anything that they have affected in relation as competition has been devastating. So with AMD, I'm looking to take a fairly aggressive approach with a little bit of time. I like the October 24th, 240 strike, October 31st, 235 strike. This is a call spread diagonal. I'm going to be looking to get it at around 285 or lower. This actually will buy a little time for AMD to pull back a bit, but also allow the potential for it to break out. The idea here is that AMD today, from a technical standpoint, rejected at their all-time high price. Their all-time high price was at 227.30. So I believe that once AMD clears this hurdle, they effectively could be in this breakout zone. There's two ways to really approach this trade. Either you could actually have pretty defined risk at a 60% drawdown on that 285 spread, or be willing to ride this out until the front contract expiration, which would be the October 24th. So I really love the idea that AMD is going to pull what's known as a dip to rip maneuver here in the near term. I don't think they're going to break down below 200. I'm actually looking for them to pivot right around this 207 price right now.
Okay, a good look at AMD, which is one of the stocks moving higher today. One of our big movers on the session off the back of that tie-up with OpenAI. Just your sort of broad thoughts on the overall market action today, Charles. We continue to see things grinding higher. Actually, if I look across the sectors from when we started the show, it looks like we're seeing more positivity underneath the surface. So things seem to be picking up a bit of steam. What are your takeaways?
Well, it's not surprising that NVIDIA is down on this news. It affected AVGO as well. And these are two pretty large cap names with pretty strong weighting on the Qs. But, Microsoft is moving higher here, and they're looking really close to being a breakout back towards their all-time highs. Apple just refuses to fall, and they're holding. We had this sell-off late in the afternoon on Friday, but we've rebounded right back. The market continues to try and push higher here. The semis are actually really strong today in relation to this news. So, I believe that if AMD pivots and the semis continue to work, if Microsoft could actually break out and then Apple doesn't fall but continue higher, this is just a recipe for this market to continue pushing higher here in the near term. We are in a pseudo breakout formation in the NASDAQ. I just don't see anything that's too devastating. We do have the Chinese trade deal deadline coming up in early November, but outside of that, I don't even think relative war would slow this market down for more than a few days. The government shutdown sure didn't.
Yeah, I mean, we've certainly seemed to have got used to some of the uncertainties and question marks around some of those trade deals. Thanks for reminding us about that China deadline as well, Charles. Appreciate your time, as always. Charles Moon, stock strategist, Prosper Trading Academy.